come in the building. I ain't been live in a minute, so you know, maybe we gotta see how it's looking. What's it, 11 o'clock out there right now?
Yeah, it's like 11 something.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know. See if we
Uh,
can
le-
catch
al-
some.
almost, almost 11:30.
Huh?
Almost 11:30.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can catch some late birds. You know what I'm saying? See if we
Yeah, yeah.
can catch
Let
them.
people enter the building.
But what did you see the did you what I can't even get the word out. What did you think of Carmel Motion? Carmel Motion. What did you think of his pro debut?
I thought it was good. Did you just? And a matter of fact, did you just? They just talked about the Crawford Spence contract that the rematch contract has.
The rematch has what?
The contract has expired.
The contract has expired. See,
Yeah. So,
that's what they was probably trying to do anyway. Let that
but
joint
they're saying
expire.
that Crawford he can't pick the weight,
They say
but
he
Spence
can't
can.
pick the weight.
Nah, he can't pick the weight.
So who's going to pick the weight?
It looks like Spence Jr. is going to pick the weight.
Wow.
But since the contract is expired, I think Crawford has to say yes or no
Mhm,
to the weight.
mhm. Well, that's some. I just heard. I don't know. I was on. I think it was Dante's Boxing Nation that I heard that Showtime is being dropped. The PBC or the mother company that's hosting all of that said they don't want to do boxing or MMA anymore. Smash that like button when you come in the building. Salute, it's your
Salute.
boy Albert. It's your boy LB. We got JR the GMAN right now on the live with us. You know what I'm saying? This is
Salute.
Coffee and Mary Jane, the late night edition. You know, we
Yes,
trying to
sir. On deck.
so if you could smash that like button, help get this video out, support the chat, that'll be all gravy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put my Cash App up here if anybody want to donate to the Cash App. But we just having that real conversation. Maybe you want to join in, ask some questions, all questions taken, but you know, we're gonna have this fight conversation and y'all included. So yeah, so they saying that they dropping the PBC, it sounds like. It sounds like the PBC could be out of business because they said, what's name lost his job? Steven Espinoza said he's gonna be jobless.
Yeah, dog. He been with Showtime for a minute, dog.
So what's that going to mean to the contract? Blue Glock, salute, Blue Glock. Appreciate you, fam.
Lou Glock in the building. Salute to the team.
I don't know. So that I think that's going to even bring more problems to the fight. Now that the fact
Yeah.
that Showtime is going to be out of business.
Damn it. HBO. How long HBO been gone? Like 5 years?
About 5 years now.
5, 6 years, I think now. HBO been gone. This bad, boy. This ain't good. It's bad for boxing, man.
Yeah, man, this is the bad for the PBC. I thought, you know, the PBC, you know, I was hoping to see the PBC around a lot longer. You know, this ain't no Bob Arum run they had. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty short right now. So I wonder what that's going to mean for them PBC fighters. Like, definitely for the contract. What's that going to mean for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford's contract? With them saying they don't want, they said they don't want them to do with boxing or MMA.
That's just gonna make Dana White more richer.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. You know, so.
But so where does boxing go from here, though?
Huh?
Where would boxing go? How do these fighters?
I don't know whether, you know, somebody gonna pick it up. You know, you got others, you got Danzig, you got Bob Arum and them. They gonna figure out a home for their fighters, but it's just not looking good for the PBC. You know, who's aligned with Showtime.
You know what's funny? PBC is the one that shut down HBO.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, boy, how shit turned the corner.
Always does. Always does.
Crazy. Crazy.
Always does. You know, but like I said, I don't know how that's going to affect that Spence Earl fight. I mean Earl and Terrence fight. I don't know how that's going to affect it. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Only because I'm a Spence fan. You know, I love Spence, but I do believe that's an uphill battle for him. Terrence Crawford's in a different space, and even being out here, you know, because one of the young dudes I'm training, his father is, you know, good friends with Spence. Showed text messages and all that, real deal. So, you know, we breaking it down. So, no, this is the inside scoop. Inside scoop was man Errol Spence was drinking and smoking before that fight. They said that's part of his MO. And
Yo, dog, that's crazy.
Hearing that breaks my heart, man. That breaks my heart because, you know, Terrence is about business. Terrence ain't smoking and drinking. You see him, he over there playing football with his kids. Not saying that he ain't going out to events, but he walking that Mayweather blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of thought Spence was the same way, but you know, everybody don't handle the fame the same way. You know, you got certain people that's stronger that handle that. You know, everybody pulling at you, everybody want you to come out, you know, come to the club, you know what I'm saying, and do what they doing, even though you can't. I thought Spence was one of those dudes that, you know, he could stay above the fray. But
yeah, but he's been
that's not the case.
But Spence Jr.'s been a fish. He been tossing him back. That's his MO.
Yeah. They say he was smoking the Chiba too. Say he be on the MARYJANE.
Hey, the day of the fight?
They said not too long before the fight. He was at the club chiefing that MARYJANE.
Oh, so he came into the ring like spliffed up.
That's not even good for a fighter, just because
allegedly.
This is, you know, from all my inside scoops, they kind of saying the same thing. So, like you said, we're gonna say allegedly. That's the word that we hearing out there.
Yeah, allegedly, because we don't really know. We go by what we hear.
Yeah. Like I said, I was just always looking at Spence as one of those dudes that was walking that Mayweather blueprint. That, you know, you party like the champ, but you respect the rules, because at the high elite, that drinking and smoking is going to hurt you when you dealing with the Terrence Crawfords. You know, when you dealing with those dudes like that. You know, the Bernard Hopkins. You know, stay the vegetarian just so he could stay a middleweight. Like when you dealing with dudes that got discipline and focus like that, you can't be cheap for that MARYJANE, baby. You can't be cheap.
Bro. You have to decide what you want to do when you pick your career.
Yeah.
You know, Crawford, you know, was training, or well, basically on his off time training for Errol Spence, the fight wasn't even there yet.
Yep.
They were studying him for years and years. And I think that, you know, Errol Spence came in the ring with I don't think overconfident, but I think that he looked over Crawford. I think he thought he was going to walk him down, do what he always does.
Yeah. That ain't worked out too well for him, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens in the rematch. Salute to everybody in the chat, all 5 people watching. That's all right. It's a late night. We did this.
It's a late night.
You know, so, you know, hopefully we can catch some stragglers that want to get some information. So, just for the people, because this is a 52 Block channel, can you break down the first time you seen 52 and Block in action? And what was the build-up? Was there a story to it? Steve Malloy, salute. Oh, getting feedback. Oh, man. Oh, they see the people get. It's probably my jacked up phone. Probably definitely my jacked.
Yeah, I hear the feedback too.
It's heavy. kind of.
Is it more like an echo?
It's like an echo. Oh man,
I don't know what they hear.
This is a lot of times why I don't get my lives off right. The equipment is faulty. I got to give me some better equipment.
So let me see something. Hold on, real quick.
This is my Android. It's probably me for sure.
It's a little lower. Y'all still there?
It's still there?
Yeah, the echo. I don't know if you gotta lower it on your side.
Let's see if I lower it on my side.
Or maybe you have to put some headphones on. Yo, that's way better.
Sound better?
Way, way better.
Oh, okay. All right.
You still hear it, but it's real low.
All right. Yeah, because I have my volume.
We apologize for the technical difficulty.
Yeah, a little technical difficulty. So yeah, break that down. When's the first time you seen 52 Block in action? Salute. Bruce Gas Boxing. Salute my smoking brothers. We got Bruce Gas Boxing historian in the building. He's family with that's my family over there from Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Salute to Terrible Tim Witherspoon. You know we do our boxing on Fridays. The Defensive Corner. Check it out. We drop our boxing show on Fridays. It's growing. We steadily growing. And we got people like Bruce Gas, the boxing historian, that's always showing love up in the joint. But yeah, so break it down. What was your first time you seen that 52 blocks in action, and what was the situation like? What was the buildup? Was this a fight that you knew was coming, or you seen it, you heard about it?
Nah, well, I can't say it was the first time that I seen anything that resembled 52, because I'm from the B-boy era, so up rocking they were using that in fights. The up rocking style, which is like 52. But the first time I seen 52, somebody who knew it, unfortunately, is when I was doing my time.
Okay, how'd that break down? How'd that go? Break that down for us.
Well, it was in my pod. It was on the upper deck of the pod. These two been like going back and forth for a day. One dude real quiet, other dude real loud. Quiet dude's like, leave me alone. I'm not looking for problems. But eventually, you know what I mean? It came to blows. You know what I mean? And the feints, the shit that I seen, I never seen before outside. Boxing you see, but you don't see those type of hand feints, tricky movements with the hands. And when I seen that, I was kind of blown. And a lot of the people in the pod, now when they step to the dude, they step to him with the weapon, because they didn't even want to play with him with the hands.
They ain't want no play with the hands with it.
No. They didn't want no with the hands, bro.
So what was something about it that caught your eye? Was it the hand feints? Was it the
No, it was the hand feints. Yeah. It was more the hand feints and the ability that something came out of the hand feints. It was just not a bunch of people like moving your hands. And we see that a lot in the so-called 52 videos that we see on the internet. Just a lot of hands, but nothing comes out of it. There's no counter off the tricky hand movements. You know what I mean? So he had counters out of those hand movements.
So his hand movements had purpose. They had purpose.
Had purpose, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. They think, a lot of when you hear the name 52 blocks, you think about blocks, but they don't understand that the hand feints are more heavier than the blocks. You know what I'm saying? The ability to feint your man out of position, get him to see something that's not really happening. People don't know about that essence of the 52 block game.
No, they don't know.
Said,
They
and
don't
to
know
come
that.
with
And that,
incredible offense.
yeah, it's an incredible because the you know the hands move faster than the eyes, so the brain has to try to pick things up when a lot of things are moving around. So you have to be real intelligent and know what's going to come out of there. You know,
Mhm.
you don't know what's going to come out of them things because your eye, your brain coordination. There's a way our brain works. You know, if we see one movement, we could probably deal with that. But if it's what can I say? Oh, sensory overload.
Mhm. Sensory overload.
Yes, sensory overload. That's what 52 blocks does to people. It's a sensory overload.
Too much is happening.
Too much is happening. And the brain trying to figure it out. But by the time it figure it out, you got hit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's a dope way to explain it right there. You are absolutely correct. That is a ill
Sensory
breakdown
overload.
with the
Sorry,
hamstrings
I
too.
on it out. I was in my head like I got it on the tip of my tongue. Sensory overload.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? As far as what you're seeing and what's happening with the hands moving around. And I even seen a study that said you can't ignore round shaped motion, round shaped movements because they resemble life. So the round shaped movements of the hand, you kind of you're locked into them.
Yeah.
Unlike straight lines. They said our brain can ignore straight lines, but curved lines will catch your attention. So
Yeah,
you
like a
see
circle.
this type of stuff,
Yeah.
and you looking at it, you cannot ignore it. You cannot
You
not see it.
And that's crazy that you say that because Doctor Strange, when he comes out of the portals, is in a circle.
Yes, yes, yes.
And if you notice, a lot of the other movies where people coming through portals is a circle, black holes,
Mhm.
this and that. You know what I mean? Everything is a circle, even the rings around Saturn, circle.
Yes, yes. So they were
It
saying
catches the eye.
that's the reason why when it rains, you don't focus on every raindrop. You know what I'm saying? Because your brain can ignore straight lines. So it begs the difference of when you look at a jail cell, the bars ain't wavy. You know what I'm saying? They straight up and
Mm-hmm.
down. They're not like curved lines going all the way
Right,
down.
right.
So they're straight up and down. So your brain can almost block it out, even though you know where you at. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, what my homie Blue Glock said.
Yeah, yeah,
On every block possible to get it over with. That's a fact. If you can end the fight, like we hear a lot of things of, I do things to end the fight quickly. Like I do this to end the fight quickly, and that's like saying you could put a time limit on the time you fight it, and that's just not possible.
No, not possible. So we have to hate the videos that say how to end a man in 10 seconds.
That's how they sell it.
I'm saying though, like what the dude is already half asleep and then you could do it. You know what I mean? I don't understand that because there can't be a time on a fight.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, just lowering my thing.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, where were we?
Yeah, you said the 10 seconds,
Yeah, you can't
10 seconds.
Right? We've all been, well, I know me, you, we've been in fist fights. Some fights last 30 seconds. Some fights could go 2-3 minutes, depending on what's going on.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So to say you can end a person in 10 seconds, people are too trapped in that fantasy kung fu, my brother.
Yeah, yeah. I wish there was
a
way there was a technique, but in all of my study, you can't put a time limit on the fight. You just gotta come to fight.
Maybe if it's a stall off. Maybe if you stall on a dude.
But even then, what if you stall on them and don't knock them out? What if he just stagger and like, yeah, let's get this shit going, son. Time to crash out, son.
Cookies and cakes. They like cookies and cakes.
You done hit him with your best shot. You done hit him with Betsy. And all he did was like, oh yeah, that shit that made me mad, son. Now you gonna fight. Like, it ain't over. It's just starting. It's just getting good. Like, I had an old man tell me, he said, man, if you fight me like, I ain't gonna say who's gonna win or who's gonna be the loser, but I will tell you one thing. You better bring your lunch, because we gonna be at it all day. I said, okay, old time.
Okay, old timer.
Old time said, I don't know who's gonna win or lose, but it's gonna be an event. You know, we're gonna be at it. We're gonna be at it. And that's
you're gonna be at it.
The view of fight is that it's gonna be over when it's over. Period. Period. Like you said, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 30 years. Every time y'all see each other, y'all lock up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see each other in life, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the office and lock it up again. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't really call when the fight is going to be over. You know?
Nah, you can't. You can't. You know, that's impossible. That's impossible. Even on the highest level, that's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, because you just can't. You're okay. So really, you can't predict that, because even the future is now. So like when you're there, it's really now. Right? Like last week was then. We're a week ahead. It's now. But we was thinking a week ahead, but now it's now. So that's the way time moves. So there's no way that you could say I end up doing it in 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Time doesn't work that way, because your mind can't dictate that. That's just what other people say, so they regurgitate what they hear.
Yeah, yeah. And to sell their product.
And to sell their product. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to sell their product. So what else? What you got on Jailhouse Rock? Have you ever, like, what was Jailhouse Rock different from 52 Blocks? Like, have you, you know, there's a conversation going on about that now, and I had a good talk with a good brother over at Uma Fight Camp,
right?
Jailhouse Rock, and I've always thought Jailhouse Rock and 52 Blocks was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is new information to me, that Jailhouse Rock is his own thing. Have you heard that? Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard that. And like I said before, the up rock style created a lot of those movements too. So the
for the people on the chat who might not know what that is, what is the up rock? Could you break down up rocking? Because it could be some young dudes.
Up rocking was a style in the 80s, fighting without touching each other.
So you know, you would be fighting without touching each other.
Go down, pop back up. You know. Matter of fact, Burly, there's a video of you a long time ago. You were in California. You was in Cali, and you was somewhere with a dude. You was going down, scratching your leg. That's upright, bro.
There you go. There you go. Break it down for the people. There's some people that might be on the chat that don't know nothing about up rocking. That's exactly what it was. It was like fighting, dance fighting without touching each other. You ain't never lied.
But if you wanted to touch somebody, you could.
Yeah.
So that's how, you know, the video, you went down, boom, and you caught his leg. He wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? It's a fighting style, but in the 80s, it was part of the B-boy breakdancing. It was fighting without touching. And it was a dance.
Yeah. But you know have you heard of Jailhouse Rock being its own thing?
No, not really. How could it be its own thing when it's so close to 52?
Sam C says, salute Lyte Burly from the West Australia by the way of East Oakland. Salute, salute, salute. So you say you did, because me, like I said, I've never heard of it being its own thing. I thought it was another variation, just a name for 52 blocks.
That's what I'm saying. I said it's so close. It's so close to 52. How could it be its own?
Yes.
A Tai Chi is its own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If we're talking like, you know what I'm saying, separating shit from other stuff.
Yeah.
There are arts out there that separate themselves from all other arts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you have a similar, similar style, like up rocking, jailhouse rock. So they're like this. It's the same type of style.
Mm-hmm.
And jailhouse rock 52 have a lot of similarities too. So it can't be its own.
Yeah. Yeah. I like I said, that was always my information because 52 blocks, the name itself came by way of the 5% Nation. So it wasn't like they was doing something different. They just gave it a different name. You know what I'm saying? To match their ideology, which is 5 + 2 is the God number. So they came up with a name that fit their criteria of what they believed in. But just what they were doing was already being done. Before it was called 52 blocks, they was doing it. Like you said, I would say Up Rockin' is kind of like the father to 52 blocks. If boxing is the grandfather, I would say boxing is the grandfather because this is where the source of all of that stuff came from. But I would have to agree with you that Up Rockin' would have to be like the father of 52 blocks. Sam C said, Lyte Burly, did you ever break down the whole Crawford Spence fight? No, I never really did a full total breakdown. Me and the homie GMAN.
So what happened
when we started this live? But I never did a full breakdown on that fight. I think the fight was self-explanatory.
It's pretty one-sided. I think the breakdown real simple.
Yeah,
it was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, I think it was self-explanatory as Errol Spence stayed in one gear and Crawford was shifting gears like a dirt bike. You know what I'm saying? And a man with one knife versus a man with 5 knives. You know what I'm saying? And he got the arms, and he seems like he has the hands to hold them. You may have a problem, and I think Errol Spence was just out-tooled.
Yes, and I think it's the same. So they're saying that he was smoking, drinking. That's his thing, from what people are saying. So you go out, you have this big fight. That's almost like Tyson Buster Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson was somewhere partying and came ring high with a hangover or whatever.
Yeah.
And got beat up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It happens.
So I gotta be honest. That was a different Spence from other fights that I've seen him come back from adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like bullying these dudes down. He was fighting good fighters. So for Crawford to go in there and just, it was too easy, dog. But I can't say that Crawford, I don't want to downplay Crawford's win because I believe he had way more tools in the toolbox than Spence. I think if there's a rematch, it'll be competitive. But I just think Crawford, he just has too many tools. And the walk Crawford down thing is not going to work.
Yeah, I think he needs to fight more off the back foot. I think Spence needs to fight more off the back foot.
He a knee fighter.
Ready to go to the back foot. He stayed on the front leg.
Yeah, he a knee fighter. That's what you call a knee fighter. Yeah, he fight on his knee.
Yeah.
But that's what he's used to because he beat everybody up like that.
Somebody said Crawford was a 7-speed Corvette. Spence was 3-speed on the truck.
Yeah.
I
feel that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's true. Like, he was out there looking like a well-oiled, high-performance sports car. And Spence was out there looking like a Pinto. And it's only because, like I said, Spence stayed in one gear. Like people don't talk about the downside to winning. See, there's a downside to winning, and the downside to winning is, huh?
I guess this is a moment right here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the downside to winning is when you continuously win in a certain manner, you don't switch shit up. See, like the loser goes home and switches up his game plan because he lost. So he goes home and reflects. Very few winners go home and reflect because you won. You know what I'm saying? And Spence was so used to breaking people down, he never had to been he never was forced to fight a different way. Crawford was forced. When he fought Gamboa, you know, he was forced to fight in different speeds and methods and bring different things out the tool belt.
Bro, he has a lot in that toolbox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can go get a wrench, a flathead. You know what I'm saying? Spence was used to walking you down, breaking you down, and it was successful. It was working.
Salute.
So you ain't gonna fix something that ain't broken, right?
Nah, it's exactly what happened to Wilder.
Yeah.
When Wilder first came in, moving around, you know, nice and agile with that
Salute,
power.
Steve Molly. Thanks for watching. Go ahead. Yeah.
Salute, yeah. Wilder came in, you know, moving around with that power, but when he figured out he had a big right hand, it was just a setup.
Yeah.
He would be down 11 rounds till he got it. You know, he used to gamble in them fights, bro, with his power. Like giving up 11 rounds.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. So when he got beat, the way he got beat up, we're gonna stay away from the controversy of those win and lose and all of that other stuff. That last fight, Tyson Fury beat Wilder. He beat him, dude. So, you know what I'm saying? But now Wilder has changed gears. He's changed gears. Now he's doing he put a lot of other tools in his toolbox now. And I believe Wilder's going to be a problem upon return.
Yeah, but everybody ducking them. They don't want that. They don't want that right
here.
Yeah,
we were talking about that. They're ducking him now.
Yeah, they don't want that right hand bazooka. They don't. You know, I think Wilder's going to have a problem getting the fight right now. You know, Andy Ruiz won 80 million. Andy Ruiz said, if I got to fight him, I'm going to need 100 million.
Yo, he said 80 mil because he know he's going to get sleep.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely
he's going to sleep. He's going to sleep.
He pricing himself out because he don't want that smoke. So he's saying, if I got to face that smoke, I think he ain't say 80 million. I think he won 10 million. I think he won like 10 million.
Yeah, but you want that without a belt?
Exactly.
He don't have Wilder don't have a belt, but Wilder is the bigger attraction. You know what I'm saying? So if you are confident in your skill, take what they offering and prove yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Huh?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, that's the same way. I kind of feel like Steven Shakur is going to look back and figure out he made a mistake by not taking that Devin Haney fight.
Oh yeah, he made a big mistake.
He made a big mistake. He should have took that.
Should have took that.
When he get a chance to sit down and think about it, he gonna be mad at himself. He was supposed to take that. He was supposed to take the short end of the stick, go out there, dance on Devin Haney's face, and you fighting to be undisputed. Why wouldn't you take the short end of the stick and you fight? This man is undisputed. You got a chance to win all of the belts. And you gonna argue over some money that I ain't saying he rich, but we know you got that money.
I have to go. Salute.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just
he gonna look back and He need to fire his whole management team that allows him to make that blunder. You were supposed to jump on that, man. Undisputed, and you worried about they only want to give you 25%. Man, give me that 25. Give me that quarter. I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna take the whole dollar. That's how we do it. Give me that quarter. I'm gonna beat you up and I'm taking the whole dollar. On the re-up.
And you know, it's people, you know, they outpricing themselves. It's not a good look, man. You know,
and they disrespected my man Mayweather. And when Mayweather fought De La Hoya, he gave De La Hoya everything.
Everything. The ring, the gloves, everything.
Talk about it. He gave him the ring size. He gave him what time they was gonna fight. He let him pick the dude that was selling peanuts in there. He came in with his own peanut dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought in his whole show.
The whole
show. They don't talk about Mayweather like that. And you got someone here that all you had to do was take that 25%. Come on, man. And then Devin Haney went and fought two times out the country for his shot that started. And he got the short end of the stick. Gambosa's got a guaranteed 8 to 10 million. Guaranteed.
Bro.
So Devin had to take
Gambosa is good right now. He good.
Gambosa is good. Off of 2 fights, he good. He got about 20 million. He good. He good. He out there in Australia with that American money. He chilling.
Very, very rewarding loss.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But look at what Devin Haney had to do. He had to take the short end of the stick. He had to fly outside the country and fight. He did it. You know, that's what Shakur was supposed to do. Like I said, I think Shakur gonna be mad at himself because when you gonna get another chance to fight for Undisputed? Like, not saying that it'll never come around again, but those moments are far few in between. You got to jump on some of those moments.
Yeah, you got to jump on that. We were discussing in the car today while I was talking to you about the punches and turning over the punches.
Yep, turned over the punches. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so turn over the punches. And how important that is for first of all, to execute the technique and not to injure ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Burly, I go to the gym and I see people hit the bag, and I'm like, yo,
terrible. A lot of slap fighting going on in there. A lot of slap punching.
Yeah, it's like, not only that, it's just very sloppy, very open. You know, you could throw your shoulders out, you could tear a shoulder muscle. You know what I mean? But they think they're hitting the fight because every man thinks he can fight, right?
Yeah. Man's delusion. Man's delusion. Everybody think they ass whoopers.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I fight, but like, I ain't gonna say I'm a world beater.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll get busy. You know what I mean? I ain't a world beater, but you gonna get busy.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hold mine down. That's all I'm gonna say. Like you said, I ain't a world beater, but I like that old man said, bring your lunch. We're gonna be at this all day.
Yeah, you know.
You're gonna have to knock me out.
But I think there should be more. And the reason I said about the subject, because remember I was telling you about a trainer. You know, when you join a gym, they try to give you like a incentive or whatever it is, like a personal trainer. So you get like a one-on-one for $10. So I'm gonna pay you $10. You fat. Nah, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Nah, man.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You fat. I ain't saying obese, but you don't look like a trainer. You know what I mean? So then I see you take a woman, put her on the punching bag, and it was just so horrible. You know what I mean? So if you cannot teach the good technique, then you should stay away from boxing. But I think now, because boxing is so part of everything, almost in exercise now. So I guess they see a couple things on video, try to practice that, try to teach it to somebody else. But they haven't been in, you know what I mean? They haven't spent like rounds after rounds on a bag perfecting punches. They just learned a little something, now they're teaching other people. And this is the misguidance.
Well,
And then
you was doing very well on the bag. So for the people that's watching, please break down the technique in slow motion, how your punch should turn over when you throw it.
and what?
How your punch should turn over when you throw it. Can you show the people how the punch should turn over when you throw it?
When you throw it, it should always turn over.
Even the jab, like how does the wrist turn on the jab?
The wrist turns on the jab like that.
Mhm. So
Some people, this is a lot of people's jabs.
mhm.
See, it's just straight.
Yeah.
But even when you turn your hand, you even creating more space, like more length.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's crazy
You get
when you
more
just
extension. You get
more
more
extensions. So when you're just punching like this, there's nothing really happening. It's the turnover. You got to turn it over with your hip.
Mhm. So the punches should be doing this.
Yeah. Every time I shadow box, my punches are always turning, turning. Because you got to get used to that. Because if you just straight punching, you can break your hands.
Yep. Especially
Even
when
if
you
you,
tense, right? When you tense,
yeah,
you
you break
upset.
your hand when you tense. You know, you're gonna break your hands, so you need to turn your hands over. You know, I see people hit the back
Small
two,
details.
two small
Small.
details. There's a couple dudes that hit the back correctly, and then you know, it look like they've had some experience, and you could tell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When a person hits the back, they got experience. They don't. You know, I mean, a heavy bag is a heavy bag, but
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm
round.
usually looking for that wrist turn. If I see that wrist turn, that tells me you know something about punching. If I see you hitting
Yes.
the bag and your joints is turning over, yeah, that do
Yo, I
you
was turning my joints over
all the way over, son.
all the
All
way over.
matter of fact, to all the people on the chat, you know, GMAN got a YouTube channel. Check out his YouTube channel. Check
I
him
don't
out
have
on
no
Facebook.
content, but I will be putting content. I don't have any content yet.
Content is coming, people, but you got to see how he hits the bag and how he touches it and then releases it. Bang, back to touch, 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 boom, touch, 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 touch. That's fighting like you're running the marathon. You don't run the marathon like a sprint. You don't come out to get. I did that one time. One year
Yeah,
for my school, I was running a marathon. So as soon as they kicked it off, I took off. I looked back like, yeah, I'm burning all of y'all. Y'all don't want this smoke. What I didn't know was you don't run a marathon like a sprint. Because
nah.
a quarter into the marathon, I gassed out. All of the smart dudes that came out holding their shit so they was going to turn on their afterburners when they got close to the finish line, ran right past me. You know what I'm saying? They ran right past me. And I was exhausted. And that's the story of the turtle and the rabbit. How did the turtle beat the rabbit in the foot race? Is that the rabbit ran so far,
Dipping.
so
He was
fast,
dipping.
he got so far, he took a nap. He said, I got this race in the bag. And the turtle slowly crept by him and crossed the finish line. So I say that to say is a fight is a marathon. You can't fight it like a sprint. So when you're touching the bag, that's you going through the marathon. And then out of nowhere, you accelerate. Bop, 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 and then back to the marathon. So that way
Yeah.
you can extend your punching. Because if you throw bombs from the outset, you got about, what, 30 seconds before you gas, hit the wall?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how people hit the bag. They just get on the bag and they go ape shit, man. And I just gotta look at them and be like, yo, you're gonna hurt yourself, son. You know, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, yeah. You got to do rounds. How many rounds you doing on the bag now?
I'm doing now 3 10-minute rounds.
3 10-minute rounds.
3 10-minute rounds.
That's
Straight 10 minutes.
that's 30 minutes of punching there. That's 30 minutes of punching.
Yeah, and then if you want to like, so if you want to intensify and bring your cardio more up, like your breathing, then you shorten the break between the rounds. So you do 10 minutes, and instead of 30 seconds, you put that bitch for 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Go right back to the bag for another 10 minutes. It's tough, dog. It's not easy, bro.
Okay. Well,
It's,
we got some tough questions here because I know you, so I know personal things about you. So, we ain't gonna put it all out there. But being somebody who came from the hood, came from the streets, and all of the criminal deeds we've done, when are you going back to longer? Or when are you going back to longer videos? I'm gonna have my longer videos on them. I'm actually putting them on my Patreon right now, only because I got an online course. I got people that are paying for the breakdowns, so I feel like I'm cheating them by just giving them away for free on YouTube. But I will have them on my Patreon. My Patreon is only $10 a month, 50 cents. I think that's like 25 cents a day. To get that breakdown information from Lyte Burly, you know what I'm saying? And I've got to do it because YouTube is demonetized me too. So maybe once I get past this demonetization, I can get back to work. But until then, please check me out on Patreon. My Patreon link is in the description of most of my new videos now. And check me out because I'm dropping information. Y'all know how Uncle Burly do. I've been in the game giving free information away for how long now? I think it's about 15 years.
15 years. I know, Burly. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people have been in my ear like, Burly, you can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they right. And they right. Like, me. See, when you do something you love, it don't even feel like work. You're willing to give it away. And that's when you can cheat yourself. You know what I'm saying? So my longer videos, the long breakdown videos are going to definitely be on my Patreon. And on my YouTube, I'm going to have the lives like we got right now with my good brother GMAN. But anyway, getting back to this question here, with all of the criminal deeds that we done did in our lifetime, we done did some criminal things. What is the greatest lesson you've learned from being a criminal? Or have been, been a criminal? You're not a criminal no more. There's an upstanding citizen right here. But what is the greatest lesson you learned from that moment?
The downside, meaning?
You can go for both. I mean, like, not even just the downside, but the greatest piece of information. Even because we learn even from going wrong, there's lessons that you learn from going left. Like, what piece of information did you really hold on to after looking back at your criminal past and things you've done?
The biggest thing I took out of it is trust is rare.
I knew you was going to knock this one out the park. There we go. I knew you was going to knock this one out the park. Say that again, because they ain't hear you. Say it again.
I said trust. I learned that trust is rare.
And why is that? Why is trust so rare?
Trust is rare, especially in that world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they do say people, no honor amongst thieves. I guess that saying they came from nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no honor amongst thieves. So, like, to be in that situation and maybe have 1 or 2 or 3 people that are solid in that world is rare. It's rare.
That's very dope. I'm glad. See, we got to give back a little piece of information for any youngers who may be watching that. You know what I'm saying? You leave that game with scars, and all them scars tell a story. And
yeah, man. You know what I mean?
What did those stories mean to you?
So for me, like for the young dudes listening, like stay in them books. You know what I mean? Stay out them streets. Stay none in the street.
Now, simple as that sounds, that as real as it sounds, you know, when you young, it's hard to hear the words of an older man because you think you living your life, you doing you.
Right,
and
right,
your brain
right.
is not even really matured enough. I heard I just now was seeing documentaries on 20 to 30. Like at 25, your brain is not even. You think you're there, but you're not. That's what I'm trying to say is that.
Oh yeah, I know. I got a 25-year-old son. Which said, I'm sorry to cut you off. What you said?
No, I was saying that 25 is a strange age because for some reason when you hit 25, you think you know shit. You think you know shit, but you don't know shit. You don't know shit. Break that down. At 25, how was you thinking? When you was 25, what was your mind state?
Well, my mind state is way different than it is now. I didn't really care back then like that. You know what I mean?
It didn't matter. Life wasn't precious then, right?
It wasn't precious then. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're right, Burly, because with that comes age and maturity. You know what I mean? So we all had our OG be like, "Yo, get off the block."
Yeah.
But it was like, "Yo, son, we getting money, bro. Get out of here. We trying to eat."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, when you're older, that's like in your mind, you're like, "Yo, how stupid was I?" You know what I mean?
25, I wanted to be Frank White.
You know what I'm saying? We was in the street.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to be Frank White at 25.
Yo, Queens, stand up. Queens, New York, stand up.
Salute.
Salute.
Salute. I straight wanted to be Frank White at 25. And, I think back now, like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, there's a certain amount of balls you have when you're 25. Like, you get older, the balls get smaller. Pause. They get smaller. If you're willing to take risks. Yo, the risk we was taking at 25, yo.
Nah. Yo. It's not, we don't even think about something like that. First of all, there has to come a time where you're so far removed from that. Like, okay, so what we did back then, our age now to go back, do it again, I think we'll be sick to our stomach trying to do that.
Yep. No, I would have to be. They would have to erase my wisdom. Like you said, I would be sick doing that.
Yeah, bro, that's that. You backtracking 20 years, 30 years. It makes sense. You know what I mean? As you get older, relationships, friendships, brotherhoods, those mean something. When you're younger, friends come and go.
Yeah.
You're more resilient. You're not thinking about that. Oh, hanging out with homeboy for 2 weeks? Oh, he don't want to hang out with us? Fuck him. Yeah. New friends, like we was right because we everywhere in New York.
Right.
So we making friends. Then you lose friends. It's when you get older. And how the friends last, like, because you'll have a group and then people will fall off, and then there'll be people like my brother Poppy, 31 years I've known him. You know what I'm saying? And we going on what, Burly? Gotta be like
like
10 years,
half a century. Oh, hold on. Somebody, Black Phoenix said, "Oh, here the Puerto Ricans come saying they made 52 blocks." Who said that?
Who said that?
Well,
the cheerleaders in the building.
Yeah, people are. I think a lot of people don't really understand. I don't know about in other places, but you know this because we from the same area. Um, Puerto Ricans and blacks in New York are real united. Like like we are divided, but we are united. It's easy to go to a Puerto Rican hood
But
and
that
hear,
was ignorant. That
huh?
was ignorant. That comment was ignorant.
It was
I
what?
gotta keep it a buck. That comment was ignorant.
Yes, definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's like
That
that's
comment
why I
was
got to
ignorant.
break it down.
Come on, yo. Like that's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
I'm just saying we
I
black
said,
famous Mars. We gotta break it down that you know even with hip hop, you know, let's
we the
not
same.
leave out what Puerto Ricans meant to hip hop.
All right, let me break something down. Let me break something down real quick. I'm Puerto Rican. I was raised in Left Rock City Housing Project, Queens, New York. There was only 5 Puerto Rican families in my projects at that time. I was one of them,
Uh-huh.
right? I grew up around Black, Haitians, Jamaicans all my life. Puerto Ricans and Blacks, always been the same struggle, lived in the same project, going through the same shit.
That's right.
So that's real ignorant. And
Yeah.
you know,
Well, that's why I'm saying I don't know where they do it at, how they do it in other places, but in NY City, we elbow to elbow. We slinging on the same block. We in the same places. We in the same stores. So
absolutely.
the vision. That's the great thing about New York, though. New York is the melting pot. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I love about NY. When you go to other areas, um, uh, but he's saying, but Fat Joe's saying Puerto Ricans created hip hop. I don't know.
Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
It was a combined effort to create hip hop, Puerto Ricans and Blacks. There was, you understand? Like, no, we didn't create hip hop. That's impossible. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I disagree with that. If Fat Joe said that, I disagree with that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hip hop was a combined effort, not
Yes,
combined.
yes, yes. Well, I definitely care. You definitely can't say the Puerto Ricans created it, and you could say, uh, like 52 blocks is uh by roots, by the roots. It's inherently black men. But did Puerto Ricans help? Did Puerto Ricans in the story of helping build hip hop? For sure, they was there.
All right, hold on, brother. What's his name? Black Venus? How old are you? Put up your age. I want to see his age. Because if you're not from my era, if you don't know people like Charlie Chase,
That's right. That's
we
right.
talking 1975, 1976.
That's right.
Or
Even
you
when you go,
36. Oh, you need to sit down, B.
even when you
Don't
go
don't
down, even when you
sit
go see the
down.
movie. All I'm gonna say is this: go see the movie Beach Street. If none of y'all on the chat seen the
Nah,
movie Beach
36. You
Street,
can't talk to me.
don't even
Up
talk to me. Go see Beach Street. Go see Beach Street. Go see who Ramon was. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say Ramon. Go see what that is, and you can see the combination of
It's ignorant, yo.
yeah,
First of
black
all,
and Spanish and hip hop.
you know what I'm saying? I don't really get into this debate.
All right, he said,
I,
somebody said, break down 52 and use life as an analogy. Break down 52 and use life as an analogy is like this. Self-preservation is your highest elevation. And what does that mean? To preserve yourself even in life is a defense against the blows of life. 52 blocks is a defensive art which believes in self-preservation, meaning you protect yourself. You're more focused on protecting yourself than killing the man in front of you. So
yes,
to make an
exactly.
analogy off of life is
So here, hold on, Broly. The guy asked me, Black Venus, how old I am. I was born February 9th, 1973.
yeah. 1973. Oh,
Yeah.
we're talking the ages now. Yeah. Yeah, he 30. He said he was 36 though. Like, so, you know.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, but that's not that timeline though.
That's not that timeline.
What you? He must have been what? Like what? Even born? You know, you might not even been on the scene when it was popping. Like, so, like, I disagree saying hip hop was created.
Hell no, it wasn't created by Puerto Ricans.
And
like, come on, man.
Like I said, it is a melanated thing, but the building of hip hop itself.
He said, "I'm too young about hip hop." Yo, I'm not talking to this. He a troll. He's trolling now, dude.
What happened? What he said?
He said, "I'm too young to know anything about hip hop."
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy talk. You don't even know who my man was. They don't even know what you did. They don't even know what you did back. You need to tell them. You need to tell them. We was there back in the days. My homie was down with the up rocking. He was on the scene.
It's whatever, dog.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Like we ain't here to explain ourselves, and everybody has a right to their opinion.
Yeah, you got a right to your opinion.
You know, Puerto Ricans had a hand in building hip hop for sure. You know, so you know it is what it is. You know, you can't erase it. You can't erase it.
Okay, so yeah, hip hop was born before me, but I was in that era of hip hop where it was the prime hip hop. All right, so I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I was on that scene. I was a B-boy. I was in all the battle clubs, the Roxy's, all these clubs, hip hop, Puerto Rican and black people. All my life, that's what I've seen. And the story, yeah.
Yep. Talk about it. That's right.
You being like redundant. I was still part of that era that you wasn't part of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That was a fact. Fact. Well, I don't know too many people that was down with hip hop from the beginning. If you are, if you was, you probably real old right now. So we would need to bring an extra OG on the line for that. But being in the prime time of hip hop, oh yeah, I was there.
I was born in 73, man. I'm not a super old dude, but I was born in 1973. That era was popping. But Fat Joe on BET saying something different. Yeah, well, that's Fat Joe. Don't put Fat Joe to represent all Puerto Ricans.
Facts.
All right? Facts, bro. Don't put Fat Joe to represent all Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
You know, that's him. That's him. That ain't me or other Puerto Ricans. I understand that he's a big figure and what he say ring bells and shit like that. He flying the flag. Okay. He's Puerto Rican. Don't Russia wave their flag? Don't America wave their flag? What we saying? So what? It doesn't matter what Joe say. I'm not in agreement with that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a back and forth for no reason because you already just said.
Oh no.
We don't agree with what he's saying. So even if he said it, we don't agree with it.
We don't agree with it. Instead, it started with Crazy Legs. No, there was people like Charlie Chase that was way before Crazy Legs. See, Crazy Legs was young. He was in the Beat Street era. He was in the Beat Street era. Hip hop was before him. See, I was in the Beat Street era, the 80s, the early 70s to the 80s.
Talk about it.
It didn't start. Like, yo, these people, you can't believe that. Like, this internet is bugged out, son.
Well, you know, see, the thing with the internet that made it blow up, and it's also one of the downsides, is that everybody got an opinion. And we already know that. But I'm just saying, in my heyday, you didn't have an opinion. You know, you may have had it, but if you expressed it in the wrong way, you know, it could be bad for you. So, you know, you didn't say a lot of things that may have came to your mind, but now you can say what you want. So that's the high side. That's the high side of both sides. Oh, we got Knock Meezy up in here. We got Knock Meezy family, Knock Meezy Burly up in here. That's right. That's Knock Meezy Burly up in here. Yeah, that's the family right there.
Nah, no problem. Hey, Burly. Hey, we don't have a problem in here, man. This is a debate. You're passionate about what you're saying. We passionate about what we're saying. It's a debate.
Yeah,
we too old.
We not
beefing. We not beefing.
That's right.
We met,
that's right.
Boy, we not beefing.
That's right. Let no emotions bleed through these words.
Dog. I respect it. We have
any opinion, whatever your opinion is, long as it's not disrespectful.
Yeah, it wasn't disrespectful, but I definitely don't agree with that. I definitely don't agree with Fat Joe.
Yeah, Knock Burly, you heard? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's the homie right there, man. Let me tell you
all right, salute.
My 52 block journey has been illmatic because I've been able to meet some of the realest individuals ever. My homie Knock outside the country doing big things. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to link up with my homie Knock. We got to get some training videos in. I got to get some pad work in with my homie. I seen him. Yo, hands nice, feet nice, kick your head off, catch you with the left hook. My fam do it all. That's what I'm saying. I got a gang. You know, I've been able to meet, you know, fighters. And when I say that, you may say that you know some fighters, and that's cool. I'm just saying, I've been able to meet real fighters on this journey, in and out the ring. People that are mentally smart, and, you know, not just good with their hands, but they doing other things with their lives. So, you know, salute to all of the Burleys. We are the strongest 52 block team on the planet.
It's the 52 block boys, okay?
Yeah, block boys in the building all
block
day.
Boys in the building.
And, you know, like I said, this is what made this journey is so crazy, is that, you know, I always hear dudes talking about they 52 block teachers. And let me tell you something. A teacher is only measured by the quality students he can produce. That's how a teacher is measured and will be.
Everybody you touch move like a parquet deck.
You know, it ain't about Lyte Burly. I've been able to give this information and pass it to other men. So that's way bigger than the whole the Lyte Burly thing. The Burly name itself it symbolizes hard work, dedication, and I mean real work. I mean that real work, not that fake time training. There's a lot of fake time trainers out there. Y'all think y'all training, but y'all ain't really getting that real work. But on the Burly side, we working over here. And like I said, all opinions are respected. There's no beef. But
we working. Listen.
There's no reason to go back and forth with something that we agree on. Puerto Ricans did not start hip hop.
Yeah, we didn't. It's just, that's, you know, to me, I don't agree with that. So, I mean, it's all good. We had a good debate.
Yeah.
You know, but anybody that you've touched, Burly, you know what I'm saying? They move like a parquet deck, dog.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I move like that. People that you talk, other people that you talk move like that.
Yeah, yeah. See, when you do it one time, they can say you lucky. When you do it one time, they like, oh, that could have been luck. But I did it about 20 times now. I'm up to at least 20 Burleys out there, man. That
you know,
really working, putting out their own videos.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I salute all the Burleys in the building. I salute them. You know, because anybody that's connected to you, Burly, they were blessed.
Yeah. Now, get back to that Jailhouse Rock thing. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on the Jailhouse Rock
Go ahead, brother. I want to hear it.
Not knocking anybody, because like I said, I spoke with Uma Fight Camp. That that's fam now. We see. I like what he's talking. I'm just saying from my experiences, Jailhouse Rock was 52 Block, just packaged in a different name, because 52 Blocks wasn't always known as 52 Blocks. There's a time when that name came into play, and it was just right around the same time when the 5% Nation took off. Which may have been what was that? The 70s or the 80s when 5%ers really took off? Was it like the 80s?
Yeah, it was the 80s. It was like 85.
I don't know about the 70s. The 80s was heavy.
Listen, the best era ever.
Yeah.
Hands down, the 80s and the 90s was the best eras ever. Of course, early 70s, but I was before that was the strongest. I don't know. Now they're about that comment. What the comments say?
Oh, my man Knockmeezy said people that started that PR, started that hip hop, Puerto Rican started hip hop, were just trying to drop a wedge between the strongest and the original, the black and the brown coalition. Salute. Talk your talk. See,
talk your talk.
Scholars in the building. We got we got scholars in the building now.
Come on, man. Salute.
Scholars in the building. That's what I'm talking about. They just trying to drive a wedge between us. Like I said, up in NYC, Puerto Ricans and blacks, we rocking like that. We living right. We in their restaurants. We get.
I wasn't. First of all, I don't see that because
You said Clarence died in '69. The 5% Nation was before that. Hey, like I'm not a scholar on the 5% Nation. So, I only know when it could have been popular then, but during my time in the '80s, it was very big. It was so serious. It was so serious.
He said
they are the ones. Still in all, they are the ones that ushered in the name 52 Blocks. You know what I'm saying?
He said they did it in the 50s.
He dropped knowledge in the 50s. Okay.
That's what he said.
The 5% Nation was way before '69. It could be. Like I said, I'm not a scholar in that, but I do know they are the ones that ushered in the name 52 Blocks.
Yeah.
And he credit from them.
He said he respects our era. I respect that, bro. And you 36, so you was around the late 80s, born in the 90s. You was born in a good era of hip hop too. That era of hip hop it will never to be seen again, bro. 90s, the boom bap era.
Oh, the boom bap era, man. They need to bring boom bap back. That's when I was killing them. I'll kill a boom bap beat.
Yeah.
I'll tear a boom bap up. I'll step all over a boom bap right now.
I love hip hop. Yeah, we love hip hop. I was raised on it, man, since I first heard hip hop. I was born in '73, so like the first song I've ever heard, I was like 6 or 7, and then that was it.
Yeah, we ate and slept hip hop. Hip hop was, it was way more substantial to us than what's happening now. I can tell you that. We were getting way more substance from our hip hop, was nourishing us, even with the thug life talking. We got the thug life talking, but why you shouldn't be doing it. See, we got both. Like our artists was able to give a lot of our thug life artists, or who went into like the street type of rapping. They was able to give you the street rhymes, but also give you the reason why you should be in these streets. Right about now, that's not happening.
No. It's a different.
They turning everybody into drill killers. Everybody.
I have a subject. I got a question, Burly.
Go ahead.
just to switch the tone here. What is your take on self-preservation, self-love? What's your take on that?
My take on self-preservation, self-love.
Yeah.
It's
why is it called self-preservation?
Well, self-preservation because, you know, no matter, like, there are no selfless acts. Like, this how we're gonna go into self-preservation. A lot of people be like, I did something that's selfish. It's impossible. There's no selfish acts. Meaning, if you're doing it for yourself. So there's a rhyme and reason behind it. Even if you see a bum and you give him $1, you know what I'm saying? You still feel like, damn, I had this dollar to give to that man that did. Like, you still got something out of that. So there's no selfless act. So meaning self is first. Before you go preserve anything else, you got to preserve self. And that's in the book of the I Ching, where they say from one thing, 10,000 things can grow and flourish. So if you're in the game of self-preserving, self-preservation, you give life to other things. And that's why the structure of 52 is a self-preservation art, you know, more than the self-defense art, which is not about just killing the man in front of you. It's more about making sure he can't kill me first. Once I solidify that I made myself hard to kill, now I can look at ways to take him out. So self-preservation is you first. You first. And it may sound selfish, but it's the type of selfish you need. It's you first. You know?
Yeah.
And nobody can really operate outside of that. You know what I'm saying? You may be empathetic to somebody else, but it's still you first.
Well, people might say, when you say, like I tell people, I put myself first before my wife and my kids. People be like, wow, that's crazy. It ain't crazy. I'm the engine. I lead my family.
Yeah.
I got to be as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
That's why I'm 50. I'm about to be 51, and I look like this.
That's right.
I love myself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I want to self-preserve and put myself first, so that way I'm strong enough to be a strong enough engine to push this train ahead. You feel me?
That's right. That's right.
So right. Self-preservation is very important in life, period. Because you only get one.
It's the journey that continues. Like, the journey of self-preservation is a journey we're going to be on until we die. Like, you know, it's never something that you're going to be like, okay, I'm self-preserved, I'm good from every angle. Nah, that's not.
Nah.
You're going to have to keep making adjustments, because life is like fighting the fight. You got to keep making adjustments. There's no tailor fit life. It ain't tailor fitted. You know, you're going to have to keep, you know, you are going to have to tailor fit it. There's no one size fits all. You're going to have to tailor fit it. You're going to have to keep snipping and cutting away and making things different, shorter, longer, smaller, bigger, you know, and that's helping to preserve who you are and your temple and everything about you that can, you know, feed the next generation or feed your family, or, you know, like if you hungry and you got to feed your family, but you ain't ate in 5 days, how good are you going to be on the hunt? How good is that hunt going to be? It's going to be terrible. Yeah. It's going to be terrible. You hungry. You can't even stand up. You ain't going to be able to attack right. Animals going to be running past you, laughing at you. Like, look at this hungry ass dude. Nigga, you ain't catching nothing. You're going to die.
You ain't nothing today, boy.
No, so the hunter got to be fed. The hunter got to be fed. That's where, you know, you get this thing like in the household, the man gets the biggest piece of chicken. That actually goes way back to when we all lived in groups, and the best hunters got the biggest piece of food. Why? Because they need to be strong to keep catching the food for the rest of us who are too weak to hunt as good as he does. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? There was a dude out there choking dinosaurs out, putting them to sleep, just making them go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you make sure he stay fed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
So that's why
you have to put
it's you
yourself first.
especially
Self-preservation, you know. And once people understand that for themselves, because this is how life is, right? So people start dying around you. You have to think everybody that dies around you, you're gonna get there. So if you're still alive, you better try to be as healthy as possible so you could have a longer journey. Right? Father Time's undisputed, but we could definitely challenge Father Time.
That's right.
We ain't gonna win, but let's put up a good fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, listen. Father Time is undefeated. You know, anything you're trying to do, get it off now. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait.
That's it.
Don't stall. You know, somebody who could have did a lot of things earlier. You know, if you got something to do, do it now. Don't sit on it. Get it done because, like you said, Father Time is undefeated, and life ain't gonna give you no advance notice when it's time to go. It's just gonna be time to go. So get it off now. You know, don't hold back. You know, I gotta salute and thank, you know, Mr. GMAN for joining me in this chat. You know, he got
man.
So we ain't gonna keep him too late. But you know, we'll be back with more lives. You know, we didn't have a lot of people tonight. I think we had about up to 10, which ain't bad because this.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It was a good conversation, man. It was a good conversation.
It came out of nowhere, and it's late. You know, so we're gonna do this again during prime.
Salute to Black, son. Salute to Black, brother. It's all love here. It was just a debate.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings to you, my brother.
Hold on. Somebody said, Burly, can you speak on the Wing Chun 52 thing? You know, before we close out, I'll break that down. You know, Wing Chun and 52, two separate arts. Can you merge them together? Not system-wise. Like you're not going to be able to merge 52 blocks rhythm with the rhythm of some of the moves like the Quan sounds, the time sounds. You won't be able to merge the systems that way. But the way I merge Wing Chun with 52 is I use Wing Chun for Chi sound. All of the rest of that stuff I don't believe in. It's no disrespect.
No disrespect. You got to stay away from.
Knock Music said, "What did y'all debate?" Oh, they was, you know, it was debate of the whole Puerto Ricans create hip hop thing, but you know, we was all pretty much agreeing with it, so it wasn't really even a debate. But
yeah, it wasn't a debate. I mean, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat, man. It's about little conversation. I learned some, you learned some. It's all love, yo.
Yeah. And then, you know, like I said, us being from New York, you know, Blacks and Puerto Ricans have a closer bond, so we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping on it. But like I said, we do all agree that no, Puerto Ricans did not create hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So we do
in the build.
You know what I'm saying? One love, 52. Salute, Blue Glock. Appreciated you for being on this chat and helping it that be a conversation. Like, you know, we need this type of thing. You know, these make these chats good because, you know, I may come out with a couple of things to talk about. But other than that, there's some of the responses you get that makes the chat go well. I am starting a new show called The Comment Section, where we'll be looking at the comment sections of, you know, some of the top videos.
Oh, that's dope.
If you a man that loves good humor, you got to read the comment section, man. The comment section is
dog. It's great. The internet.
And shout out to Vic OC. Y'all know who that is? You know who that is? Nah, break that down, Knock Measy. Vic OC. Who's that?
Who's that?
I'm lost on that one. But see, that's what I'm saying. I roll with the scholars. My family be knowing shit. Break that down for us, family. You know who that was. See, this is what I'm talking about. What part of Wing Chun do you use? Just the chi sao, just the chi sao. The rest of that stuff to me is not credible for real time fight, and that's no knock on it. That's no knock on it. Sometimes forms are good at just moving your body and like moving meditation, but the rest of that stuff is going to be very hard to get off in a real time fight. But the chi sao, now the chi sao is some real ish. It's developing a real skill of sensitivity in your arms that will help you in a grappling situation where the fight's going to go, where y'all kind of throw punches, miss, and kind of tangle up a little bit. The chi sao comes alive in that area, but the rest of that stuff, highly, I ain't seen it used yet in the real time. Put it like that, But the chi sao is definitely something you can get some real good rhythm off of when it comes to fighting. So that's my mix of 52 with Wing Chun, where I'm kind of using like the chi sao for the grappling range, and that can help with throwing elbows, like some of the shapes in 52. But 52 and Wing Chun are very different.
He says pioneer Latin hip hop and reggaeton.
Pioneer Latin hip hop and reggaeton. See, that's what I'm saying. My peoples be knowing it. That's what I'm saying there.
Hey, knowledge is infinite. Knowledge is infinite.
That's what I'm saying, and this is why we can't, we can't take out the Puerto Rican impression on hip hop. You can't take that away.
You can't.
Like I said, anybody who ain't seen Beach Street, if you ain't seen Beach Street, you don't know the connection. You don't know the connection. Go watch Beach Street. Everybody say Ramon. You gonna know who Ramon was.
Street, period.
And in Black hoods, you know what I'm saying? They was giving Ramon love. And that, not saying that was a real life story, but that's the real life energy, is that there's people that were graffiti artists that are loved in Black neighborhoods, loved, cherished, held high, and vice versa. So, their influence on hip hop cannot be denied. It cannot be denied. It'll be hard. It'll be hell bent to take them out the story. Like, taking them out.
Nah, he said, nah, Fat Joe started it.
yeah, Fat Joe started, and we denounced over here what Fat Joe said. His words have no validity. He I don't know what he was doing. He probably missed the meal. When those big dudes miss a meal,
he needed a Snicker. Yeah.
His sugar was probably low. He missed the meal. His sugar was low. He was just up there talking, and he just said something that I'm pretty sure he wanted to take back. You know what I'm saying? You're going a little too far with that one. So yeah, you're correct. Fat Joe said that, not us.
You are correct. You are correct.
He said, and it's Puerto Rican specifically. Okay. Been currently getting back in the boxing on my own, been running, working in shadow boxing every day. The muscle memory is coming back after so long. There you go.
There you go. It's like riding a bike.
There you go. Like muscle memory over everything, baby. Like, repetition is the mother of all good techniques and fundamentals. Repetition. You do it once, do it 1,000 times. You do it to where you can do it in your sleep and see what happens when it's time to scrap. See what happens when it's time to scrap. You ain't got to think about it. It's just happening.
Just happening. That's why drills are so important. Drills. So that way, it's not even a thinking process. Your body just knows what to do.
Very facts. And see, and that's something. Hold on, New York up in here. Can you explain muscle memory? Hold on, Nakvi said I'm in Thailand. I'm in Thailand now, and I've been throwing up to 52 blocks in boxing and sparring. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
See my homie out there training right now, throwing up that skull and bones, man. Knock Burly in the house with it. Yeah. And I told you, his Muay Thai game crazy, boxing game crazy. My homie been fighting for years, still getting it in. You know, is that match still going to happen? You training for that match, Knock? My next video going to have some 52. Please do that, Knock. Please throw up the next video with some 52 shadow boxing in it. Please do that for the team. We love it. But is that fight still happening? See, my homie Knock is supposed to be having a fight with one of these trolls. One of these trolls want to go sleep. You know, he tired. He need a rest.
What troll? Somebody trolling?
Yeah. Nah, they supposed to be doing a match, him and this other dude. So I'm hopefully he training for that, so we can get a video of Knock Burly knocking something to sleep, putting something to sleep. That's what we want. He said, "Oh, homie bailed out. Oh, homie backed out. Wow.
Oh, wow. He didn't want.
He didn't want that work. He did right. He did right because he was going to sleep. That's all that was going to happen. So, you know, he did right. He said, hold on. He came back to his senses. He said, you know what? This looks like a recipe of sleep. Let me leave this one alone. He did right.
So salute, Burly.
I'm telling you, the Burly clan is serious. We really putting heads out over here.
Salute to you, Burly.
We done really fought up in this thing. We done really thrown them bones, man. Like, stop playing with us. The Burlys,
Stop playing with us.
We different when it comes to this 52 block thing. Matter of fact, we are the spearhead of 52. Anybody that can make 52 work in real time, sparring, whatever you want to call it, is the Burlys. The Burlys is us, and that's not even tooting my own horn. That's just
over and over.
Getting it in. What do you think of these YouTube boxers? Personally, believe at first they brought attention to boxing for the young crowd. They may have influenced these young YouTube boxing. I don't know. I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna let let JR get a part of this. I don't know. Boxing is so deep, but so much you're gonna get off of YouTube. I'm gonna say that. Like, you may be able to pick up some good pointers from the YouTube boxing community, or matter of fact, I'm looking at it. I'm not even reading it partly because I'm smoking that sticky icky. YouTubers boxing. I'm thinking about YouTube boxing, just people teaching on YouTubers boxing. I think it's only a blemish on the sport of boxing because there are a lot of boxers that are not getting attention, and they got the skills, but they may not have the charisma of some of these YouTubers. And these YouTubers are jumping the line and getting $1 million fights. So I think that's that's the biggest flaw I see in it, is kind of minimizing boxing in a way to where you don't need to be these dudes that started boxing when they were 6 years old, been training since they slid out their mama and been working towards this goal. And here you come with a YouTube following, get a boxing match and make millions. I think that's kind of unfair as far. But if they are putting in the work, like what's their name? The Logan Pauls. What's the one that's
Jake Paul. Both of them be trying to fight now. Like,
yeah, both of them. But one of them trained realer, not Logan. It's the other one.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul is really about that business because he's getting respect from other boxers. And I don't think they're just saying it because as boxers, they know the work that goes into it. So
his training,
he's really training for real. So you got to give him that.
He ain't that good, but he's really training.
Yeah, he's really training, right?
No, he's really training. He's not spectacular. But he is training.
Yeah, like, so you kind of got to give him that. But hold on one second. Like I said, the way they can jump the line, I think that's kind of unfair. I think the way they can get the line and go ahead of people that have been
Sorry, baby. You go to bed.
After really putting in the work, I think that's kind of unfair. You know. So, but I ain't mad at Jake Paul because, like I said, he really training. So, oh man,
Oh shit.
I give him that. I got my phone on this thing right here. He said, but I think it's currently hurting boxing now. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. I can agree. He said, Lyte, you seen bags from the fort. What happened to him? What happened now? Break that down, Blue Dot. Break that down. What happened? I personally think Israel needs to hit you up and learn some insight. Facts. Facts. Yeah, somebody send that message to the Sal Bender. I think he definitely needs to hit me up. And he already got a good level of defense, but I'm going to take it to another level for him. The show.
Oh, I see that. I can see that. And I think it'll add well to his style.
Very true. Very true. Look at Yoel Romero. Imagine Israel on it like Yoel Romero with his skill. It'd have been that's a different monster right there. So I do agree that if Israel got with me, yeah, you're gonna see that defense game step up a whole notch. And the elbow game. The elbow game gonna change too. He's gonna get a little more elbow, fluidness to his elbow, more fluidness to the elbow strikes. But he's already a beast, he is a beast of nature, but he could definitely improve on his defense. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What do you feel about that?
Sorry, I had to move out of the room into the living room. What you were saying?
So what do you feel about Israel getting a stronger defense? Do you think it would, how you think that would change his fight game if his defense just went to another level?
That it will set up a really good offense. I think he'll be able to land more things.
Yeah.
Defense is important. I mean, his defense is pretty good, but he do get hit a lot.
He got something there. Yeah. It's not non-existent. Did Zab use 52 against Mayweather? Yes, he did. He's on the what podcast is that? He's on with Matt Hoffman. He on the podcast talking about it.
Damn, my expert opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's on that podcast, and he broke down that he was definitely doing 52. So anybody that was, acting like he wasn't or trying to say he wasn't, he says it out his own mouth that he bust out the 52 blocks.
This Zab Judah, you talking about Zab, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, he said it. He said he was like he had to bust out the 52, try to win. He was trying.
Yeah, facts. And he did. And you see, and you see, he wasn't trying to use it for the block potential of it. He was using it for the hand fake potential of it. He was trying to use the hand fakes to try to set up a strike against Mayweather or find some way to break that Mayweather defense, baby. That Mayweather defense is Fort Knox, baby.
Yeah,
Mayweather defense, that Fort Knox, baby. You're gonna be trying everything to break into that bank. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come unconventional. And I think that's all Zab tried to do. He had to get unconventional because when you trying to break the vault of Fort Knox, man, listen. You better come correct.
Yeah. I'm trying. Gotta come correct.
You know what I'm saying? So he tried it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Have y'all seen Deontay Wilder starting to use his jab and use his footwork now?
Yes, we were just talking about how he's adding tools.
Yep.
He's adding tools.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, Wilder got caught up in winning with the right hand. Because if anybody knows Wilder, go back to his early days. He was bouncing all around the ring using the jab. He was way more mobile before he figured out that he had a right hand cannon. You know, he always knew he had a big punch, but before he knew he had real confidence in that cannon, Deontay was moving all around. He probably got better footwork now, but he was using his jab back then. He was putting that pole out there in your face. He just gave it up because he figured out the right hand got a 99% hit factor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The right hand got a 99% hit factor. He said, forget the jab. All I got to do is touch you with this one, the hand of God.
But see, he got caught up.
He got caught up. He got caught up. You know, he got caught up. So now he going back to his roots, setting it up with the jab. See, Mark Breland showed him this. Because if anybody, Mark Breland was his coach. Now they ain't cool right now, but we can't knock Mark Breland out the picture. Because anybody who knew Mark Breland had a crazy right hand. It wasn't like Deontay Wilder, but he was knocking people stiff.
He was knocking people stiff with that shit.
He had a long ass right hand, and he was starching people. Not on Deontay's level. Now he gets a fighter that's on and built like him. He was built like Deontay. He was long and slinky. You know what I'm saying? Back then, he was long and slinky. So they had about the same body type. So he got a good teacher of using the jab to set up the right hand, because that's all Mark Breland really did. It's just that he let it go. He let it go once he found out he had dynamite.
But Wilder's new trainer has many more tools. And he's teaching Wilder good. They're a good fit.
Yeah, no, they're a good fit. They're a good fit. Yeah, they're a good fit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking Mark Breland's coaching skills, but when it comes to coaches, sometimes you gotta bond with them. There's a bonding thing too. Like even if he has a lot of information, if you don't really bond well, you're not going to be open for the information. So I think him and his new coach, they gel well. You can see they got a good gel, and that's important. That's important.
They do. They got a good relationship. They said they were friends for years. You know what I'm saying? And they were pretty close. So I think it's a good matchup. He is moving around now, man, using the jab, setting up the right hand, but different. Now he got the hooks. He got some uppercuts. Wilder's going to be I told you he's going to be a problem upon return.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But like I said, we've been at this for a minute. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Mr. G-Man. Hope to have you back. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, what's the YouTube channel? You ain't got no content up, but what's
I don't got no content. They can find me on TikTok. GMAN Rodriguez.
Okay.
Again, that's GMAN Rodriguez.
All right. Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for staying up with me tonight. But we'll be back with more Coffee and Mary Jane. It's your boy. Hands up, chin down, rumble. Young man rumble.